took a test, and yeah, first test came as positive. Then I showed it, he looked at it, and then said like, okay, let us retest it. So we got two more kits. All three reported positive, and we were both very, very happy.
So I remember March 22 when you guys came to Sepalika. You had been trying for about a year and a half. So tell me what had happened before that and what were you guys thinking that made you come to Sepalika?
When we came to Sepalika, before that, we have been trying for 1.5 years. And we were in Mumbai at that time, and we met two gynacs there. First was in 2020 during the pandemic, and during that time, I started having very irregular menstrual cycles. Before that, throughout my life, I've had relatively regular cycles. So that is when I thought that since we were trying to conceive, it's something that we need to address with the gynac. However, we were not able to conceive, and in 2021, that was a year when it was about 5 years into our marriage, and we thought that since we wanted a kid, we did not want to delay it further. And we met the second gynac, who then again started with regularizing the menstrual cycles. She gave me medicines to make the ovulation happen on time, and we were doing an FSG follicular study as well. And based on the basically readings of the FSG, then I was given an HCG injection, and then we were advised a window during which we were suggested to get together. So this happened for 3 cycles, and still I did not conceive. And that you know these things does take a toll on the mental health. And for me, it was a bit difficult to every month try that and see that I have not yet conceived. So in December 2021 onwards, we started visiting one of the very famous gynacs in Bangalore. So she then went through my past, basically the case history, and suggested that why don't you do HSG? We just want to eliminate one reason after the others. I went for my HSG exam, and that result also came out that yes, there is no blockage, everything is fine. So then that gynac said that, okay, since there is no issue here also, the next step that I can see, considering the number of years you have been married and considering how old you are at this point, is that you have to go for IUI. And then I started reading up on my own, and I found that even IUI is also uh, relatively lesser degree of invasion, but still an invasive procedure. I came to know of a webinar that you and Sharda were hosting, how women in their mid 30s or early 30s can still conceive naturally. We were open to IUI, IVF, and other procedures, but we also felt that we should do that when we know that everything else is not working and we have tried, then only we felt we should go for it. One of the things that you both said is that body wants to reproduce, um, and it is sort of that is what nature intends. So if the baseline health is good, and then there is no reason almost always why the body won't want to reproduce. I think I was kind of sold at that statement, and that is when we sort of thought that we'll go ahead with Sepalika.
Thank you so much. I mean, not only are you guys super articulate, but you've named so many elephants in the fertility room for all the couples, because it just seems like a logical kind of decision tree. Okay, this is done, this is done, this is done, and there's no human sort of component in this. Once you joined, did you see a difference, and what was it that made you feel, okay, this is the right path that we've chosen?
There was a new level of wellness and energy that got unlocked for me. For us, there was not that much change in lifestyle in terms of other than food. Unlearning those eating habits and eating patterns, I had a very a strong inclination towards snacking and all. After I crossed that stage, it sort of became a a positive feedback loop, because I could feel the increase in energy. I could see my weight reducing and coming to the ideal weight, and also not just weight loss, but also in terms of inches loss. So I think that sort of kept me really uh, motivated.
Process of explaining that why this supplement is being suggested and how it links with a certain uh, tested parameter, that I thought brought a lot of logic to the table. Similarly, the diet itself was charted according to the scientific realities of what is inside us. I also thought the diet structure was really great in the sense that it didn't upend what we already had. It basically brought in a lot of thought process to what we were already doing. Like, we were eating fruit, but we were eating it any time of the day. Miss Ra, I should say, is we I really liked her approach and her explanation of why the diet should be how it should be. So, like example of fruit, she explained very well why it should be the first thing you have. And similarly, each and every aspect of the diet structuring was very easy to follow. The sperm test was done again. My sperm count had doubled. So, as I said, by now I knew that how much of a difference a simple increase in sperm count makes. And just by seeing this doubling just in 3 months through these interventions, that was then I was like, this is whatever happens or not happens, but this intervention has definitely done something inside my body and improved me.
So phenomenal to hear you guys. Honestly, when you make small interventions, all of them together, cause the sort of tipping point to happen. And Nishant, you're absolutely right in being very evidence-led. So for us, whatever method we follow, it must be led by evidence. If we said in 3 months, your numbers are going to change, the lab should reflect it, your weight should reflect it, your clothes should reflect it, and of course, things like the sperm report should reflect it. At the end of 6 months of the program, everything looked fantastic except the one thing that we all wanted, which was to get a positive urine pregnancy test at home. But then you went ahead and gave us all the wonderful news. So tell me how it felt when you saw that positive pregnancy report.
On 31st October, we were both very, very happy. And I think even I think my cab was at 9 or something. And while I was waiting for the cab, I wrote that email to you guys with the screenshot that this is positive. And I remember your very cautious, optimistic reply that, okay, then please get a blood test done. Very cautious, very optimistic. So, and I appreciated that, because I was totally aware why are you guys being cautious, because it could have been a chemical pregnancy. And given your experience, you are aware of multiple scenarios. Mix of happiness, slight, if I can call, relief, maybe relief, happiness, and a lot of wow, it has happened.
Now that we've done all the hard work, here is the reward. And for it to come during Durga Puja and Diwali, our most important festival season for most Indians. Phenomenal, phenomenal. And then the confirmation. Yes, go ahead, Nishant.
Actually, I wouldn't call it hard work, your program. I think your program is actually, it's actually just you need to be disciplined about it. The discipline about the diet, the alternative therapies, and the supplements. I wouldn't call it hard work at all. I was stunned that, just by changing diet, supplements, and these alternate therapy, we could see so much difference.
So guys, speaking to other couples who are in your kind of situation, so to sum up, what would be your top tips to them? How should they think of this whole fertility, IUI, IVF, this whole scenario?
As a couple, if one has decided that they want to augment their family with a child, then do not take both of your fertility for granted. Don't delay it unnecessarily. See, life happens. We all know we are all having goals, career goals, life stage goals, and we must pursue that. At the same time, if you have decided that you want to augment your family, don't delay it more than it is necessary, because it can happen in the first go, and it can take time. So specifically for the woman, I would say very, very important to take care of your mental health, because the fertility journey can be long. It doesn't matter whether you conceive in the first month, because then you have the pregnancy, the postpartum, everything. So all said and done, these 4 or 5 years are also the time where we are growing in our careers, and we have to experience this really amazing gift if we choose to go this path. So prioritize your mental health, take all the help that you can, ask for help, don't be shy, and don't be hard on yourself.
Super, super. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for this lovely chat from the heart.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot.
Thanks to entire Sepalika team.